crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Well, they can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper. Stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe. They're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Thank you very much. Our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. They are the ones making sure that the nighttime scene is aired every weekday. We come your way every 4 days in the week. We are here Monday, we are here Tuesday, we are here Wednesday up to Thursday. All right. So after tonight, the next time you're going to be hearing the program, the nighttime spin is going to be on Monday. That's when we'll be back here with a fresh edition. I'm not going to be around. Our Monday host is Gerald T. Morris. Gerald is here every Monday with the rest of our guys from the USA. So, folks, let me take up this time to welcome each and every one of you listening tonight. What about whatever way you are getting us? By way of your receivers, you're watching us, you're listening. Well, we want to welcome you. Okay, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. So you can get us there. Those of you who want to catch us live, you can get us there on YouTube and Facebook. All right. As usual, I'm here with you every Thursday night. My name is Wendell. And so let me leave the shores of Liberia and go to the USA where our man Suleiman Hashim Tunis is pretty seated. Tunis, good evening from Liberia.
Good evening, Wendell. Good evening, Mama Liberia. Good evening, my good friends. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis coming to you live from Radio Arabi here on Staten Island, New York with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. Again, we are back here another Thursday, myself, Wendell, and my good friends from my area here. You all know what day is this? It's say what's on your mind. So whatever on your mind, spit it out. Let us hear it and discuss it. Instead of stay there and you go back to bed to sleep until the next day. So we got this 2 hours and we'll give you a minute for us to hear from you. Again, you're welcome and stay put. Listen, open the line, and you participate. How you been doing, my brother?
Well, Tunis, I'm grateful to God for the life. Seeing yourself up is another opportunity you know, is another chance given you. So I'm always grateful to God whenever I see myself, alive. It's just that I left my madam very sick this morning. I had to make sure that she, get her medication and everything. But I'm hearing that she's improving, so that's good news for me. But besides, every other thing is okay. How's your end too?
It's all right. No complaint. You know, we're trying our best to survive, just like what you said. We thank God for the life, the good
Hmm.
health,
Hmm.
and any other thing. We say Alhamdulillah. That's what it is. Well, all is
So
okay.
what does that mean?
Alhamdulillah. We just thanking God, just like you said, thank God for everything.
Okay, that's good. So what's the weather report for our country, Liberia? Let's get back to you to update us on the weather for tomorrow and days to come.
I don't know if you did. Did you see the sun today? I don't think so. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if it's not raining there now, then you must bless God for that. But it's
Not been
streaming.
the weather not been too hot, it's just been muddy, just like that.
Yeah. It's 70% rain this morning. After 12 8 midnight, it's going to be raining. And tomorrow 5 o'clock, it's going to read it. They're going to break with rain, heavy rain. If not, it's going to be a real heavy rain during the morning hour, and it will cease down a little bit during the afternoon hour. But if you see the sun tomorrow, then that's a big blessing for you. Tomorrow, Friday, you're not going to see nothing here saying that you even lay out on the sun at all. You will not. It's
Oh,
about 70% chances of rain and heavy rain too, 60 to 70% in the
wow.
morning area, going as far as in the evening. Saturday, the same thing that happening today. I mean, Friday, same thing repeating on Saturday. You're not going to see the sun at all this weekend. If you see it, God blessing. Sunday, almost the same, but I think you will be blessed a little bit on Sunday, even though you're not going to see the sun, but the rain will cease down a little bit because it's telling me you'll be having 30% chances of rain on Sunday.
Hmm.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, forget about the sun. Even Monday, you may not see the sun. Yeah, you will see the sun around the evening hour, the afternoon, evening hour. You probably will see the sun on Monday. But
Wow.
don't put most of your things outside this weekend. This weekend is going to be a wet weekend for Monrovia area.
That's the part of the entire weather report that can really get to me in the weekend, because the weekend Tunis, a lot of people sometimes during the course of the week, like from Mondays to Thursdays, you don't find a lot of people coming out. Most people come out during the weekends to, also to get something for, the weekend and the start of the new week. But sometimes, the rain, it doesn't permit you to move. But whatever the case is, the rain is the rain. That's why we always got to prepare ourselves for the rainy season. So if you know you're supposed to get out of the house to go and make some money, to go hustle for your family, the rain shouldn't be an obstacle to you. But raining over the weekend, man, is sometimes terrible for hustlers.
But this weekend, if you have a someone who can cook you a nice pepper soup, probably with fufu or whatever you can eat that soup with, stay home. If you have nothing to do outside, don't waste your time. You'll just be coming out to wet and walk your sneakers, your shoe. And I
The
will,
people say that money can make bigger dance. So to cook that pepper soup and fufu, that money it require, Tunis?
Yeah, but we can just say there are people over there who can afford it.
Yes, I
You know,
know. I
there are
know
people
people can
there who can
afford it.
afford to cook soup. Don't mind the people, all the hot town over there, there are people over there eating every day. Every
You're
day. Okay. The hard time with even in America, yeah, they had hard time here. The $10 you used to take to go get something from the store, the amount of item you used to bring back this time, you take $10, you probably will bring only 1.5 item back. One. But
Wow.
everything expensive here. Yes. Very expensive now. Even car fare, everything expensive. Where we used to pay $7, we're paying $12 now. But as for the gas, even gas expensive. $4 for the cheapest gas now is more than $3. We got three grades of gas. We have a regular. We have one in between the regular and the premium, which is silver, and the premium. The premium is more than $4 per gallon. The regular is over, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's three something. Sometimes if a fluctuate. So the last time I think I saw it was around $10 give you 3 gallon now. $10, yeah, $10 will give you 3 gallon or 2 and almost 3 gallon.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So things are not like back then.
Yeah.
It's still it's high everywhere. As for me, I feel my thing. In this way, you spend money, you don't feel it, but because you're not taking the money from your pocket. Nobody carry money in their pocket here in America. It's very hard. Even the little person, I think you can see, I've been putting on Facebook, the market women. Most of them get cash up.
I knew I had something to ask you. Yeah, but man, you was somewhere and you posted something on your page. I saw a lot of people there. What are selling ground or?
Are selling ground around our area here.
Oh, wow.
Summertime they gave us that space. So our sisters and our old mom, not only Liberian, anyone African, Nigerian, Sierra Leonean, Liberian, mostly Nigerian, Liberian, Sierra Leonean, but mostly Liberian. The Sierra Leonean and the Nigerian, they only bring clothes. Liberian, they bring everything that we say in Liberia, they down to Porto. Dry fish and kitty, ray palm.
Yeah, because I saw people going buying their stuff, getting away. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Let me just bring one up. You see it for yourself. Hold on. I think I come and bring you one so you can see it. One is right here.
Wow.
Right there. If you can play it right now, you will see it. Just go to my area there, you will see it there. So you can play it. You see it? Yeah, right there on right side, my behind backstage. Just look backstage, you see it.
Yeah.
Now, if you play,
we got sour milk here. This is a cool. How much you sell them? Take one, let me see. This is $1 cool right there. All right, let's see this one. How much is it?
$1.
$1. I come from P, right?
Then we get you this. This one's not yours. Chicken wings.
Oh, chicken wing. Oh, okay. How much is a chicken wing?
$1, $2.
Who got it? Which
It's
one?
$2 for a whole wing. It's $1 for a wing.
Oh, wing.
The beef are 2 for $5, one for $3.
Let me see. Let me see.
Right over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be having fun over there.
Yeah,
Over
great
there
fun.
too. The sticker meat 2 for $5. You got 3 pieces on the steak. You got roasted corn, roasted cassava, roasted corn, roasted plantain. All of them, man.
Everything. Irish street food. I saw it over there, man.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
got everything. We got sour milk. We
Kuwait.
got kuih, mommy put the pepper, everything. And the American look buy more than ourselves.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. You think we the only one can buy? The American can't ask for cassava leaf and all. Yeah, got cassava leaf here today. Because they love cassava leaf more than any other soup. I don't know, for some reason.
All right, folks. We just want to let you know that the program is the Nighttime Spin, and this is how we, begin our discussion. We go around the table, and then we allow you to speak on those burning issues. But again, the Win Liberia Cash giveaway is on. So we have few more minutes to play. We have few more minutes. Time is running out. We don't have that kind of time again. So if you're playing, you need to play now because by 5 to midnight, we'll get to our draw. 5 to midnight. So you keep playing. *255 *1#. Play with $200 or $1 US. That's why you're playing with. All right. So we have up to 12 o'clock tonight. Somebody is about to walk away with 15 or 20K tonight. I just don't know who you are, but you kind of hesitant to play. I'm just encouraging you to play. All right. Play, and you never know. You could be that person to walk away with such a huge amount tonight. All right, so that's it. The Nighttime Spin continues. Shortly, we'll open up the lines for you. But in the meantime, I'm sending controls back to Tunis. You are muted, Tunis.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this exhuming bodies reuniting those that passed, those late government officials that passed 40 years ago? We are trying to reunite with them. What is going on in Mama Liberia? You know, it look like the people who already gone in the great beyond this resting. We still don't give them the chance for them to rest. We keep bringing them, moving them from one end to another. We got hungry people in Liberia. Children did not even complete their school years this year because what? No money. All kinds of things going on. The businesses, our Oma, them businesses are going down, nothing. But still, some people say everything is all right. So, I mean, you guys on the ground, what is happening with this? I heard they exhuming some bodies. I don't know if they can still find the bodies because it's been 40 years and all of them were dumped in one grave right there on Gary and Sanders Street, right in between there. Now, at least George Weah did a little bit better to me. I don't know to others how they see it. At least make a plaque in their memory, you know, what took place 40 years ago. He makes sure for us to remember them and always remember them. He built a very decent area and put an icon there, let's say like something to remember, a monument on behalf of those people that were killed, whether they were killed wrongly or rightfully or whatever, which way they killed them. But at least we knew it would never erase from our memory, especially people who were living to see it, like people like us, including yourself. But he came back. Even he himself was a very young man at that time.
Yes.
But he came back. He didn't say, "I'm gonna exhume them to take them somewhere else." He didn't say, "I'm gonna do this." He said, "Hey, my man, this kind of thing happened here at certain times back 40 years ago. So whether we were right, they were wrong, or they were right, we were wrong, we have to put this behind us and let us remember them." So he built a decent area that almost the entire city will be passing there almost every day over the weekend, just to go and remember them, because they will have to see that. They will have to see them. Say, everybody will point to them and say, yes, this is what happened here. I was there when they killed those people on the pool. I was standing right there. I had a Philip radio with me at that time. Small Philip radio. BBC, the lady that was on BBC at that time was called Pamara Kaitin. If you go back in history, I can still remember that name. Pamara Kaitin. That was a BBC announcer at that time. But now,
I remember that fateful morning, when we all woke up and we heard there was a coup. There was a coup that took place and the Togo government was being overthrown. And then it didn't take too long. We heard in the communities there was celebration all over the place. Native woman born soya, native woman born soya, and there was jubilation everywhere. I remember.
I say the people came from across the bridge. They passed right in front of our house on Galley Street. The crowd coming from Broad Street. I think they came from Waterside area, Macklin Street. They came to bend on Galley Street, passed right in front of us.
Yeah.
Well, I was upstairs in the upstairs building, looking down at them with chanting with these leaves and all of that. I think they were going to the barracks.
Yeah. They were going to the barracks because I remember there were women that came from where we used to live in Crewtown, Lokentown, all over Claratown. People from all over, took to the street celebrating. Native woman born soya, native woman born soya. Some of them had pad thai, some of them had plum leaves in their hands,
Yeah.
And I remember. So we were around, we weren't, at the time to say we were men living on our own. No. I was still under parental care at the time, but we witnessed everything that went on in this country relative to the 1980 coup, because we could read between the lines, and we saw on the television after the Togo government was overthrown, and I think 2 weeks later, I stand to be corrected. 2 weeks later, in fact, before that 2 weeks, there was a tribunal set up, to prosecute these government officials, detecting guys who were, charged or executed for rampant corruption. And that tribunal was headed by what's it, Balazer?
Balazer.
Yeah, Balazer. It was Balazer, and they charged those 13 guys for rampant corruption. That's how they were taken to.
Rampant corruption, misuse of office,
Yeah.
all those different charges.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they were at the post tacket. From there, they took them for the tribunal, and after they were charged, they were sentenced for
Looking
execution.
backstage, I sent a young man.
Hmm.
He said he was coming up.
Okay. 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 Yeah, he's on. So I remember when the guys were taken to the Barclay Training Center, the BTC on the beach. That was the same route used to go to the executive mansion to carry on their operation. April 11th. So we saw it. 13 guys were put on the pole.
I say I
But
was standing right there. They didn't put all 13 at the same time
same
because
time, yeah.
they didn't have 13 poles.
Poles, yeah.
They have 9 poles. They brought the first 9 and tied them. After they shot at them, all of them died. Then they brought the rest, the fool. Now, if I were among the fool, that's what I say. I always say it. If I were among the fool, I wouldn't have stood there for them to shoot at me. I would have run to the ocean. They will shoot me from my back, even though I'm not going to escape. But I won't stand to look at that bullet to come and hit me. I will run. And sometimes when I be lucky, Jesus saved me because
but let's be frank here, right? It was difficult for the guys. It was very difficult for the guys to escape
I know
because
that.
everywhere you had the soldiers planted.
Believe me, the only thing of between them and the gun was nothing but behind them was the sea, the ocean.
Yeah.
So I would run to that ocean. You will shoot me from the back. I'm not going to be standing looking at that bullet.
You run to the ocean, you can't swim, you will get drowned.
Let me get drowned. That different way of it, but I won't stand. Probably Jesus will save me. You don't know. Anything can happen. That's why they say God works in a serious way.
Anything can happen, but at that moment, the guys, they were into themselves.
I understand that. I say if I was one of them, that's what I said. You know, those guys were tired anyway. They were maltreated, tired, because the coup took place on the 12th, and they killed them on the 22nd. That's a complete 10 days.
Yeah.
They were torturing them. But anyway, let's bring in our brother here. And when you finish introducing yourself, tell us where were you when the coup took place in Liberia?
Well, I want to say good evening to you, Tunis. Good evening to our giant in the broadcasting business, Mr. Wendell. And good evening to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia.
Make a new nomenclature for me.
Yes. And you have the voice for that. I can listen to your commercial. I say, is that Wendell? It sounds different, but you have a real good voice, though.
And if you're not eating all that money for that commercial is still running.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. And he can make the people think hot the way he can talk about it. So again, I want to say good evening to We Nation, and not forgetting my adopted village or county Riverside, where our school is. And our school is located right in the town that is behind me in Goza. I want to say good evening to all of you guys, and welcome to our dialogue, conversation, matters of importance to Mama Liberia. But for the coup,
where were you the night of the coup?
Well, actually, I was all the way in We Nation. At the time, I was president for the Student Council government of.
That man was safe, man. You were in the.
So I was not around. But what happened was,
he was safe.
The treatment.
So how did the news get to you guys on that side?
On radio, and my father was working in the government, and they were informed about what was going on. And so, in fact, but some people can be good. There was this crime man by the name of Toe. I remember his last name, Mr. Toe. And Mr. Toe and my dad, they had a real good working relationship. So, of course, when the thing happened, the Congo people and those that have name like Congo people, name like me, so we were targeted. At one time, they want from my pa and the rest of the other people to use the dry coconut to play soccer. I mean, those military guys, they have all kinds of way of punishing people. But later on, the guy took good care of my dad and what have you. So I was there, but because of the oppression, what we heard and what our parents told us, and some of the things that we ourselves kind of noticed. So we know that there was a great divide between the American Liberians and the indigenous people, or the again, I don't want to say native because everybody is a native, but
Native, we are native people. The people came and met us.
yes.
When they say native, that means you are from the country. You did not come from nowhere.
Yeah. So I wrote a song actually for the revolution, and we say, "We thank you, Master Science Amiodo. We thank you for your hard working to abolish all corruption within this Liberia. Long live Master Science Amiodo. Long live our native land." So I wrote that song, and we're parading, jubilating, and things like that.
But then, that song sounds like you bite off the national anthem.
Oh, I don't know whether that. Oh yeah, it is part of the national anthem because long live Liberia, long live our native land, and things like that. So, so those are some of the things, and we are patriotic. So I was over there, and then of course we were kind of happy because of the oppression. I remember there was this guy. Nowadays, I don't know what I should call it, but his son is one of the prominent lawyer in Liberia now. When they were there, because there was no road connectivity, so sometimes when they put this man who was a commissioner, they put in the hammock Tunis. That man, instead of peeing, letting the people to put him down before pee, he would be in that hammock. He would take out his private part and pee, and he will continue drinking beer and things, and the pee will be falling on the people. When they go to the other town, then the other town will take him from there and on and on. And if they go to the town and they don't meet anybody in the town, because most of the people sometimes will be hiding in the kitchen, then they will put pepper.
Well, he was an old man, or for him not to get down to pee, or
the Congo people, any kind of long distance they were going, they will walk. The people have to carry them in the hammock.
It's not about walking. I mean, you say he will stay right in that hammock to pee.
Because he does not. When they put him down, the possibility of the people running away, and of course they used to have some sort of noko. I don't know whether you guys familiar with the name noko. That some sort of.
You from the village, man. We have to tell you about what noko is.
Okay, so the noko will get the people. The man, he was not an old man. He was middle-aged man. Probably he may have been in his 40s or early 50s. And so forth.
But he was just trying to be wicked.
Of course. That's why even the son wanted to run for that district. The people said because of your part, you can't get any job here. So if they go in our village, they will put the salmon michin, some kind of small pepper, very very strong. They will put that pepper in they will light the fire, and then under that kitchen they will put the pepper, and they smoke the people who will be hiding in the roof.
What was this guy's name?
That's why I say I don't want to call name.
Don't call the first name. What was the last name?
If I call the last name, it's Gould. Gould.
Gould.
Yeah. So that's how he used to be. He was commissioner and other stuff. So the people suffer from his hand a lot.
I had a girlfriend called, last name was Good. When we were
Okay.
very little, she and I went to demonstration together. Her name was Mata Good.
Okay. Yeah. So Tunis, if they put the pepper and you start smoking, the people will sneeze. And when they sneeze, they no they say, calm down. And then they'll get them from the kitchen. And then they will be forced to carry this man to the next village. And how they would do it until they get to the destination. So that how our people really suffer from them. And if they were to account for house tax and you don't have the money, you know those baton that the police people get, they would tie both of them to the other part of the baton. They tie it together, then they leave an open space with a rope on it. So they will take your foot, the one that we call crazy boom. They will put the baton and tie it, try to tie it tighter to almost crack your bone. So if your daughter, probably who is underage, sometimes the person will say, okay, I want your daughter so that we can pay the debt. I mean, our people went through a lot of stuff, and it's not fairy tale. It's firsthand, and my father, they told me this, and everybody. So it was a major problem. So when the coup took place, based on some of those treatments, not all the Congo people were bad. Some of the Congo people were very, very good. But based on especially the reefs, based on that treatment, when the coup took place, all native people or the country
Because
people.
you carry the name Reeves, so they are good.
Well, because actually the reefs, they took care of my father's older brother. He was staying with them. Of course,
So
they
you
sent him to
so
school.
so so are you telling us you adopted the name Reeves?
Of course, yes,
Is
yes.
not your biological name.
Not my biological name.
But look at
My
the torture your people went through, the way you explained it here, and then you telling me you think those people, they were not tortured, they put in platoon on their
they tortured
prison
them.
phone,
They
and
tortured them.
you still carry the name. If I were you, I would be pissed off and take that name from me and put my
Well,
native name.
it was this other man who did that act. That's what I'm saying. Not all the Congo people were bad, but this particular person that I'm talking about, his behavior was way off. Uh, but with the Rees, when they adopted my uncle,
They
a couple.
adopted your uncle or they forcibly took him.
Oh well, sometimes they would come. They say,
Which paper they signed to
I don't know about people signing, but when they see somebody, they say, okay, I want for this person to come stay with me. And of course, when you stay with them, the good thing is if they don't send you to the same school that their children going to, they will send you to the nearby school. And the reason being, if one of their peers want to flock them in their school, then you who stay with them, you can fight for them. So my uncle, so they were that, and then of course he brought his three brothers to stay with him. But then my father and the other brothers, they ran away. And the reason my dad said they ran away was something they call in Basa we say pull, but it's the when they go to the toilet, they poop in those things, they pee in those things, and then in the morning, they will call you to go empty those things, you clean it and what have you. Sometimes where you empty those poop and pee and all of those stuff, you save that place, and then it becomes a fertile ground, and you can plant collard greens and some other stuff. But just emptying those waste from those people, my dad said it was too nasty, so he decided to run away. But then they already carry the Reese name and all of that, so that how it stay on us. Of course, one of my uncles, well, one of my cousin, my uncle's son, he decided to change his last name to Doe. It's not the same Doe from Nima. We have a Doe from Nima and a Doe from Grand Gire. And so we, because the place where my grandparents came from, It was to the border of Baso and Nima. So I think the Do is a Nima Do. But anyway, that was my father's name because Zonse Do. So when the coup took place, my cousin, he changed his name from Hannah Reeves to Hannah Do. But we just kept the name, and of course, we still have the name and what have you. But it is not my biological name.
But what's wrong with your biological last name? Why you didn't take it?
That's all the documents that we have already have Reeves and things like that.
No, when you came here before you become citizen, you have the options. They give you the option that
Yes,
you can change your name. But that's why it's always there. You want to carry your name or you want to change your name. You have that
but
chance to do that.
of course, but I didn't do that. I just left it like that. So
Okay,
based on
but
the last name, sometimes
then you love the name anyway. No matter how poo your take, your carry your part and take or
my dad, they did all of those stuff. And in fact, my dad also the treatment that they receive when they're building the executive mansion. The executive mansion, certain times you can walk in front of it, and what have you. So my dad, they were walking in front of it, and they arrested them. When they arrest you, they will ask you to haul sand, and what have you. That will be a punishment, and you keep hauling that sand until they get tired and they say you can go home. But people were restricted from going on the ground of the executive mansion when they were building it.
Yeah,
My dad,
what year was that?
it was I think it was in the 60s. Yeah, I think it was in the 60s. I can't remember the exact year, but when we were building the executive mansion.
Well, your dad told you that
Mhm.
they used to beat people when you pass in there.
Yes, and then my other uncle, who was an employee of some kind of company they used to call the Umango, to the Umango yard, is right in front of where they have today the
Umago was a shipping company,
yes,
right?
yes. So my dad's brother or my uncle was working there, what have you.
But
So,
Tunes, you ask a very fun question before we brought in our man Solomon. You asked about why this government has embarked on the issue of reburial, you know, and that was the same conversation we had somewhere on today, you know. And if you listen to, there was a documentary one time on that went viral. Okay, this documentary was about uh, the memorial park that was built in the Baptist Seminary area for the reburial of the Toba government and the Toba officials. All right, those that were executed, including the former president. That documentary, we had in that documentary the guy who was the grand commander, executive mansion guy, battalion commander. One General Riley. I still to be corrected. I'm quite sure General Riley was the commander for the executive mansion ground battalion. All right, those of you who are listening, who were stay around then at the mansion, some of you guys who were, around then, who was General Riley at the time at the executive mansion? General Riley's daughter was in that video, and Stewart, one of the guys that they executed, his daughter was also in that video. One Stewart, Freda Thomas Stewart. All right, and another person there was in that person was in that video. The three of them did that documentary. All right, when the park or the memorial park was being constructed, they did a documentary on it. But that one was done by the family of those people. All right, besides the Samuel Kanyon Do that we all know about, because we all listened to Prince Johnson, his revelation at the TRC about the body of Samuel Canyon Doe. That Doe was buried, and later on the body was docked because there was speculation about Prince Johnson and his men eating Doe body. So according to Prince Johnson, when Doe was killed, they took the body to Amishi. He was embalmed for 25 years. He was embalmed for 25 years. So when they bury him, Sawyer, according to Prince Johnson, Sawyer and some other guys said that Doe was never buried. Doe body was eaten. So that was how Prince Johnson said he instructed the base commander at the time to take a caterpillar to dig the grave and bring Doe body out of the grave. And that happened. When they dug the grave, they brought the body out. Doe body was stay high, according to Prince Johnson. The body was stay high because the body was embalmed for 25 years. So after they saw the body, where international, press people was there and others were there and they saw the body, then Vanny told Prince Johnson that we have to rebury the body. And then Prince Johnson said, no, we can't rebury the body now. What we'll do, we just burn the body. And according to Prince Johnson, the body was burned and the dust or the ashes were thrown into the river. So the government of Liberia coming up to say Doe body was reburied. So the thing is, I don't know who's telling the truth. Whose account should we take? Whether Prince Johnson, because Prince Johnson was the one who captured Doe. So if you ask me, I would take his account because the body of Doe was kept on the base for some time before taken to the island clinic. So Prince Johnson said Doe body was burned. So I don't know where they took his remains from to take him to Grand Jide for reburial. That I can speak to.
Who took the body off? Who took dug the body out from the grave to take it to Grand Jide?
Now the government said they reburied Doe. So I don't know where they took the body from, where Doe was buried. Because
they probably took one of their own friends. Because we played it yesterday. Like yesterday on our show, we played that Prince Johnson said they burned him because I want another cremation. They just burned him whichever way, and they took the ashes, and there's a river. They call the river name.
When they please check backstage. I think Masale is there.
So the Omer.
I'm not seeing Masale yet.
Oh, maybe he want a link.
Oh,
but then send it to him.
I send the link only to Tunis because
I send it to him.
Okay.
So you send it to him, my brother. I tried to send it to him, but I forgot his email address.
So that was it, because I don't know. So where were Doe remains taken from to be reburied?
Probably they went and all the ashes, they know, the old men, and they are very deep. They probably went in that river. They put the ashes in. They probably went and did some sumu. And the ashes came back.
Man, you know how many years we're talking about?
Oh man, but the people think we are stupid. You don't know that these people think majority of us stupid. They can get through anything to us and we buy it.
Mm-hmm.
We know that from day one, they said do have no grave before the woman came to leadership. Now they coming to tell us that they went and took the body or took it to Grand Jide to bury it. Would they go to Grand Jide? Did they go to Grand Jide? There's a grave there for Do. That's another thing you should ask. If there's any grave there, look, the way you die, you die. There are people who will die in the airplane while the airplane is up there. They don't find their grave. There are people who will die in the ocean. People who can die, they can't find their body. You can at least memorialize the person memory. You can do that. But lie to us, say that you went and dug the body and take it to Grand Jide. And the Ome is the oldest leader we ever had. All right? At one point. Then you lie to us openly like this, like we are stupid. We don't know right from wrong. The people who, the players who they play, at least Prince Johnson told us this before he died, before it's on record. We played last night. Okay.
So my thing is, what was the significance of giving Samuel Kayando or reburial? I just don't understand.
The people, we who living right now, we are not yet united. The old man supposed to be the one that reconcile us, bring unity between us. But he going to the dead body, those who died long before even our children were born. And that they are the one he going to at least make peace with them. Anyway, that we say we want the old man.
I think the message is clear. The president made it clear that to reconcile the nation, presidents that were brutally murdered or killed, we need to memorialize their burial in the term of what we call reburial, to the kind of burial that they didn't get, the kind of state burial that they didn't get. We can do that as a means of reconciliation.
Then the president, I'm sorry for the interruption. Then he should have called for a national mourning where we remember our fallen president who were not given because we talking about 250,000 human beings that also died during the war.
Well, this is a whole thing. Everybody, that's what I said. I can always say that one of the three things I always mention, that President Boakai does not know how to resolute conflict, does not know how to solve conflict. All right. So by siding with the family, helping all the family for them to have a decent burial or to memorialize their beloved one, if the government fully get involved, that is a means of reconciliation. But if you look at the other side, the lot of innocent people who were slaughtered by this man and his force, you have to take those things into consideration. So if you want to do the reconciliation and you just doing it for the family, then of course it proves to the Liberian people what I have been saying, that this man does not know how to find resolution to problem. And that is the proof to that. When it comes to the Tubert, the people know, the whole world know how the common people, the native people, they were disconnected with that of the people of Liberia, that is now Liberia. We know that according to stories or histories, Liberia was considered 45 miles within 45 miles radius. Anything outside of that, it was not considered part of their Liberia. It went on and on and on, but they were taking land from those people for their business purposes, like Firestone, the rest of the other people. It was later when Todmor came in with the unification and all those stuff, before they started extending, and of course later on they started adding up other counties and what have you. So if you are coming in to bring about reconciliation, the way in which you should do it so that everybody can fall into that category. President Weah, when he came, looking at the history, way in on the history, he did something to memorialize those people at the PHP and he called it Unification Park. So that was the rightful way of doing the thing so that everybody can come together to find the common solution, because the Congo people victimize the native people victimize the Congo people, the native people victimize the native people. So how can we do this reconciliation? So President Weah, who people say he doesn't know book, the approach, it was one that we call rehabilitation, reintegration.
Solomon, do you know initially that place was called Redemption Street?
No.
Where the park was built?
No.
I mean, where the park is built, it was called Redemption Street before the construction of the park.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that was
the route that, according to the information, that was the route that the guy used to go on their mission on April 11 up to April 12 that morning.
Yeah.
And then again, that's where they shot the 13 people.
13 people. Yeah.
So that was a good strategy, a peaceful approach to national reconciliation, especially when it comes to those people that were accused of rampant corruption, and then they charged them with treason. And when this guy, I've forgotten his name, it was not Cheeseman. When he, I don't know what it was he said, Dennis, but when he was being questioned, he said, "I'm not guilty of treason," and he defended himself, but still, they find him guilty. So President Weah,
the people they killed.
Yes, one of them. I think that was Joseph Cheeseman. One either Cheeseman, one of those guys. I was saying the video, the one that they actually interview the tribunal of people that were interviewing, and he said that he was not guilty of the treason charges that they put on them.
But Tobo's son was also killed.
Tobo's son was killed, but he was
not executed with a 13 man, but
he was
killed after.
Yeah, I think he was hanged, right? Or same thing.
No, I think they shot
where we were told about Alfonso Benedict Tobert, he went to seek refuge at the French embassy.
The French embassy.
Yes, and then somebody that took food there for him, that was the very person who came and said to the Soya guys that, A.B. Tobert is hiding at the French embassy. And that was how the guys went there, took him out. And according to the information, he was executed. So people say he was buried alive. So people say he was shot. And, too many stories surrounding his death.
Yeah, he was, how you call it? The execution when they shoot you, that's a name for it.
Assassinated?
Yeah, but there's a name. Yeah, executed.
You mean the firing squad?
Firing squad, yeah.
Yeah, but he was not one of those that were put on the firing squad.
No, he was not one of those that were put on the firing
squad.
No,
but when his own, he individually too, not the firing squad.
They shot him, yes.
He was shot also.
Yeah.
That's how they killed him.
Mm.
So this whole thing here, it was the president. For president to have some sort of national recognition, national barrier. But looking at those situations, there got to be a way to do that, because Joe Una stuff, it was different. There was
no, Solomon, Omen Boaka did not do well. The best thing he should have done, if he meant to do it, he should have waited for the Congo boys put things together for their parents and relatives. He should have a national reconciliation or national memorial ceremony for the country. instead of waited like your family doing something, then he go and join them. That's not right. So whatever he did it on his own. He did it for his own benefit. But I didn't see any merit in it.
Well,
Like our brother said, you have more than 250,000 people die. You only take section of those people, you go memorialize them. How can you?
well, the thing is, Tony's
And
people look up.
I'm coming, Solomon, and people are also saying that those should have been given such a recognition because of the Lutheran massacre, and you just name it.
Exactly. All these things going on. Then you come in, just few people.
There were people who were seeking refuge in the church, and they went there and shot at them, babies, mothers, and I mean, so people.
Those people's life too is valuable.
Aliyu, let me just let you guys know that Aliyu is here with us.
Aliyu, good evening. Welcome to the show. Aliyu,
yeah, thank you. I'm following. I will come in later when I pike.
I remember, baby, nothing.
Even though I was born in the world, but we know some of these things. We learn history. You see, some of us we know how we follow history. We watch video. The thing they do that in our country, you don't deserve such a burial thing.
So, Aliyu Masale, who was Joseph Chesson?
You say?
Who was Joseph Chesson?
I know that person.
Chesson, right?
I think he was a justice minister, isn't it? During the time?
Justice minister.
I think he was the one. He was the one I was talking about when they talk about the treason. Something.
Joseph Chesson.
Yeah, and the other guy with the Jean Tracy, I think it was C. Cesar Dennis Jr. At the time, he just left from the state.
He was the minister of foreign affairs.
Yes. So the guy, actually, the army guy that was to shoot, he didn't shoot his gun. He just pointed a gun at him. So if you notice it took a long time, but then different person, they started shooting randomly at him. But the guy that had a gun to shoot him, he just pointed his gun at him. So what Tunis was saying, probably the other four guys, if they were to run away, would take, even though they may have caught them, but they wouldn't have. But then they tie you that they're going to kill you, and then you.
Probably they were going to run away.
Well, whatever they run away, if they don't show themselves, they're either going to shoot them there, which is better. And sometimes, God can find way. You hide somewhere in Soninwi, and then
the only thing that would have helped them that day if they had wings to fly.
Well, there are some people that there are some people who were able they were looking for, and they were able to.
I tell you,
that wings you need to fly for people. They're gonna be everybody around.
And the thing though, all the native people, they were happy because of what was going on. If not all of them, maybe 99.9% of them. So wherever those people are going to go, somebody going to point them out, say, "Oh, they may hiding here. Somebody hiding him over there."
The thing is, there's nowhere to go, but I will run to that ocean, but even though the gunshot might catch me, might hit me, but I will be running for that gunshot to get. I will not be looking at it to come. And because when they brought them, they did not tie them, because the one that were already tied on the pool, they shot at them, and their head were bent like this, so they just put them in front of them. They were standing in front of them while they shooting at them. That's what happened.
I think he died before they shot him.
Mm-hmm. Richard Herons, he broke his neck before the bullet even touched him.
I mean, those were horrible things.
Those guys used caliber 1 on the guys, M1. The M1 they used on them, and the round,
the M1 rifle.
That weapon, the round is personal. When it penetrates you, in less than no time, it destroys the entire body.
Okay, those guys and top of them body and the rest of them that they killed in their home, all of them were put in one hole.
Mm-hmm. The mass grave. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's one of the reasons behind those people. that I can rationalize. That's part of their humane way of treating most of the indigenous people or the native people. But the allegations that they made on them are rampant corruption after their government, even the
Now,
one
when
that
the
we
one
have.
they have several charges, rampant corruption, misuse of offices, and some other one I forgot them. But
Nepotism, all of those stuff. But
yes,
if
Well,
you
let me tell
if you
you
look at
guys something.
but
Let me tell you
I
guys.
come here,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, go
With all
ahead.
of those charges, if you look at right after that government, the government that followed right after, the same thing that they accused them for. After that government, the other government that followed, the same thing. Today, the same thing. So it means that based on hearsay, those people were killed. So for whatever reason, if you want to bring about some sort of reconciliation, because the things that you charge them for, those are the things that you are even doing more than what those people did. Then I understand the rationale with that. But with the DOE, I don't see any rationale for the government involvement into those after because of him 250,000 people, I mean more than that, or died. So you cannot say, okay, we're going to give the person a decent burial because he killed the common people, or because of him 250,000 plus people died.
what you're saying here tonight, last night you were in favor of what the old man did. Now
No,
you come back tonight
no.
and you
What I
change,
what I
you change
said,
your
what I said, I'm saying
step.
the same. I'm saying the same thing. I said
And
the old man is gaining political point, and whatever will resonate. Number one, when the people wanted for the perpetrator of the war for them not to go free, so establishing war crime courts in Liberia would be number one. So say he agreed to that. People in the diaspora, people on the ground, they say, okay, well, that would be the good thing to do. So he gained popularity on that. So he decided to bring
I
in
don't even think
the war
he
crime.
gained any popularity in that because he was only aiming at Prince Johnson with
But
all
this
these
is what I'm
things.
talking about.
But that's
Exploring
not
the.
even what we're saying. We're talking about this memorial service they have for
But that's
all
what I'm talking about. The political point.
they burial. I don't see any political point in there because
Well,
he insulting the rest of those souls. 250 souls that die. He insulting them deliberately by just going for few of them because these are the people who he feel he part of. That's not fair to the rest of
the political
our
point
middle
is he
class.
want to score political point from the American
But like I
Liberian.
said last night, Liberian people will vote for Ome Boakai according to his work he's doing now.
the,
Anywhere
po-
he may
the point I was about to make when it's about the decision that was made on the execution of those guys that were put on the firing squad. Look, we listened to Victoria Toba when she said there was a white hand she saw closing the door, right?
Mhm.
I don't know any of you've listened to that.
I got a book here.
I
Okay,
personally visited her and she said the
so
same thing.
I
okay,
got the
so
book, chapter
so
7, the way he explained.
the guys that were on the ground,
Uplifted. That's the
the
name of the
P,
book.
yeah, the PRC members, right? The PRC members, those guys were just being used to carry on the operation, but the execution of Tobert, they had no fish to fry in that oil. So the men and they didn't even know anything at the time. I mean, bunch of enlisted men with just one NCO or non-commissioned officer who was Master Sergeant Samuel Kayando. So the very guys, the progressive at the time, the Barcos Matthew, the H. Boyman family, the Tipote, I mean, all of these guys were instrumental in the execution of these government officials because all of the ministerial positions at the time were given to them, including our current president. All right. All of the ministerial position was given to them. So their aim was Look, we cannot have these guys around because they are financially potent. These guys are strong. They've been running this country for 130 years. They are powerful. They got money. They are powerful. So we have the guys hanging around. It means that we're not going to enjoy power. So the best we can do, we got to eliminate them. So that was how immediately the tribunal was set up. When the tribunal was set up, they went for trial and they all were charged. Rampant corruption, misuse of government property, government money, and plenty things in the poor. And they took them to firing squad. And that was it. So for people to say that those guys, the PRC guys, yes, they took over. They overthrew at the time. We woke up that morning, we heard, oh, there were more bones. So yes, but the decision that was taken, it was made by those guys who were around them at the time.
Well,
Our so-called progressives.
Well, they use the same way they use the military guy. They use the progressive guy. Look, the bottom line, based on some documentary that coming up, and some of those stuff. And just recently, President Donald Trump exposed some of the stuff that were done by the USIT, that the CIA and all of those stuff they use it to be changing government regime change and all those stuff. So we all knew that Talbot then decided paying attention to the East, especially Romania, Russia, and other places, China, and things like that. And of course, at the time, there was what we call the Cold War. And for Talbot to have start thinking to have the relationship with the East like that, it was not going well with America. So they use the situation and some of the things also based on some of the documentary that came up. Talbot speaking at the United Nations, criticizing Israel, who does not want to have peace, according to the documentary of Talbot, that they can't be on the peace council if they are not willing to have peace. So he was actually speaking against that. So that plus those things, they say, well, we're really losing Liberia based on this guy. So they used every strategy. Baka Mafi was here, working at the consulate here in New York, living right here in Park Hill. So they use them so that they can continue telling the Liberian people the corruption that was going on, whatever the people were doing. So the opportunity came right in time, and the people that were behind the assassination of the president or the government regime change, they did all of that. And of course, we all saw how they were hailing Doe, but later on, when Doe started looking at things from the actual perspective, then they started getting against Doe. So they use those progressive guys as well, the same way they use the military people.
Military guys. All right, so let's hold it there because we're running out of time. Aliyu want to come in. Let's give Aliyu some time, and then right after Aliyu, we'll go back to Tunis. Tunis will help out with the comments. If not, I will do the comments. Then we'll start to take calls because we're running out of time. So Aliyu, if you're there, let's give you 2 or 3 minutes so you can chip in your low thoughts on the talking points. Aliyu, are you there? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, we can. I don't know if you guys are getting.
Aliyu bad to him, but he didn't see nothing with his naked eye.
I said we can listen to the callers. I will close the.
Okay, then let's do the comments. Let's do the comments. Since we don't have the time, let me run with the comments very fast. All right, we have Jay Jenkins Fremont Jr. He says, "Hello, I'm your regular follower, but I don't normally comment. I'm following you live and using my radio again, and in my Booster Quarter community. Keep up." Henry Tito Jr. says, "Good evening. I'm watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the great update for our country, Mama Liberia. Lawrence Harris Jr. says, good evening, guys. Tina Lorenzo says, following you from Yekepa. Joseph Michael Coty, good evening. I'm watching from Todmanburg City, Bombing County. William Kamara says, good evening. I'm watching you from Old Matadi Estate. And we have She Love Jen says, I'm Darlington as we from Clara Town. I'm watching. Malu F. Fofana says, good evening. I'm following you from 20th Street. David Tuato, good evening, senior brother. I'm watching you from Newcretown community, the Trawin community. Morris A.M. Jabate says, I'm watching you from CMC Corner. Elizabeth A. Thomas, good evening. I'm watching you from Waterside. Barbara Rose Stanford says, good evening. I'm watching you from my residence in Brooklyn, New York City. Thanks for the update to our country, Mama Liberia. Stella Boso says, a pleasant good evening to the peace-loving citizens of Mama Liberia. Watching you live from my residence in Fish Market community. Brother Winder, Brother Tunis, and Brother Baka. The burning issue has to do with the reckless press statement made by the Ministry of Public Works today, banning the movement of trucks for transporting goods and services currently in Grand Jita County. Sack of mineral water is sold for $500 Liberian dollars. You can be true. $500 for a sack of mineral water. Hey, what a shame and disgrace this rescue hustlers government brought on us. Dinah Dennis says, good evening, my Freedom family. I'm watching you from my residence in Manhattan, New York City. Thanks for the update to our country, Mama Liberia. Clay Riches says the most popular song at the time was guy called Tija Julu, called Our Eyes Are Open, the struggle continue. Yep. Helena Wilson says, good morning, family. Felicia Howard is watching. Charles Fuller says, CDC Western Region Auxiliary Network Chairman. I'm watching you guys from Bamantown, Wapolo County. All right, Felicia Howard is watching. Clay Richards says, you guys cannot blame Waka because he's looking for good Grand in Grand Jita County. Felicia Howard says the UP government loved evidence, loved show video and picture. Why they never show a picture when they were, resuming the body? That is why we want to know. We are not dumb around here. Clay Richards says, yes, it was named Redemption Street was the original name. You got it right. And Clay Richards says, A.B. Toba was caught in the French embassy. The AFS soldier forced it and went in and took A.B. out of, but it was a Bassa man who was a chief cook for the embassy, told the people that A.B. was in and dressed in a woman clothes. So true. Robert Mason Joe says, I'm observing from GSA Road. Elena Wilson is watching. Kristen Pajibo says, good evening. I'm watching from Randall Street. Clay Richards says, Thomas G. Kwangpa was never happy with the execution, but it was Harrison Pennell who ran that decision All right, so far so good. Those are all the comments. All right, Tunes, you want to chip in before we take calls, or we can go straight up to the calls?
Yeah, we can go straight up. Yeah, we got a few more, I think half hour.
Okay.
Are we coming on tomorrow morning?
Yes, so I'm here.
Okay, all right.
I'm here.
And Tunis will tell us when he became Liberian citizen. Because Tunis, I know his story. He started a missionary from Tunisia.
Oh yeah, Tunis. The name Tunis.
I mean, I was born in Liberia, and now in Nigeria, you coming from? Okay.
No, but you see, your power was missionary there. Of course, you were born there, but Our constitution, they say when you're born there, then you are a citizen. When did you
Yes,
declare your
when you're born
citizenship?
there, you are citizen. Only
No, that's
Christians are not citizen, even if they're born there.
Adopted and born citizen. Which
Okay,
one?
I
he
was
was. I
born
mean, he's
in
a
Nigeria.
his father was a missionary there, Islamic missionary from Tunisia, North Africa.
My grandfather, they
Okay,
born my father there, they born me there. Okay, so
in Tunisia, and
don't
then
even
you came to
try.
Nigeria.
Go back to that village you come
I'm
from.
from Kima. I'm in Havana.
All you want to say, then he want to say that. Okay, I borrowed a name, and with all the ill treatment, I still keeping a name.
All right, guys. So let's get to the full lines, folks. This is the Thursday night edition, and we're here up to this Friday morning. So we're about to go to the phone lines. I know every Thursday we come here is what's on your mind. You can also call in and say what's on your mind. If you want to talk about what we are currently discussing, you can also chip in because there are some information we don't know. You can bring that up, relative to the 1980 coup. But 0776104104, and I can remember the name General Really. I remember the name Burgess Holder. I remember the name Vonnie Dempster. I remember a lot of names because General really was on the mansion. He was in the mansion. Burgess Holder. I think Burgess Holder was son-in-law to Tolbert, and he was the Triple S director. So somebody correct me, but I'm quite sure my memory is serving me well. So let's get to the phone lines and hear from you. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. The female line is 0770297016. You have 1 minute to make your contribution. So if you are there, you can call and let's hear from you. Tonight, we don't want anybody to eat the show, meaning that to take more time on the show. When we give you 1 minute, speak within your 1 minute. If not, we'll cut you off. Let's start with this person. Hello?
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. No time to waste.
My name is James Banana and I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, in the time. After 46.
What?
My memory history from 85. My historical record would tell me that after 46 up to the 19th going. You can also remember everything that happened, but it's summer kid. My concern is going to the recent ceremony or reconciliation program that was held by the president. Okay, a lot of people who died in the war, even we are beaten, and we are not being senators. Why should you go back to people then let the summer kid, okay? Summer kid, if you come to Dustin,
Thank you. Let's talk to another person. Hello? Hello? Okay, let's take another person. You call, you don't want to talk, you have to leave the line. Let's talk to another person. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
The person. This is political science. I'm calling from the system to be precise. This is the proposition about we are not on the proposition. We are looking at the aspect, the situation of the country, and I was listening to you what driving, what all you said is like you were there when the program was starting. Because I was there when the program started. We started from the central primary level, and then we were practicing and everything. And actually, on Monday I said we ate 5:45. I think I remember. Yeah, I remember what I told you. I said we paid 5:45 every more community. That is the first time in the history. And but why are we celebrating years, 45, 65 years people? So you want to tell me that since that girl was born and that girl have that individual get it by themselves, which is 4% down our still and our still was about 11% other things. Okay, and all that thing happening, you go to still.
Hello?
Yes.
Go ahead. Hello?
Yes. Yeah, I get it.
Go ahead. You have to conclude now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to. What took money
The line is very terrible. Thank you. Thank you. The line is very terrible. I don't know, but let's talk to you. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You want me to be saying good morning whole day until we move from here?
My man, sorry. We're talking issues that you want to get from American people. Because I want to say that the people that I'm not do I was living in Corway when it was granted.
What place you calling up from for? Hello?
Hello?
Where your name and what place you calling from?
I'm calling from Seaport Bridge. My name is George Robert.
Let's hear you, George Robert. What do you know about that thing?
What I know about who was born by Prince Johnson.
You were there the time they were born in Doe?
I said we were in hostage. We were the crowd people at the same day. Prince Johnson food, and people say you get food for them in Conway. I was there where the man, and where now I can show you where the kill people. I mean, Prince Johnson kill people. So the German man book that in Conway. You go there now, you see the water, you see the
But the people say Doe or reburied they take the body and carry Grand G there.
What are you talking about now? What are you talking about? The people just are for yours. The money is so due for people that are children that go to school, try to school. You don't want to bury everybody that died in this war. You got somebody for us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm trying.
All right, tell us your name and where you calling from.
I'm calling from my body.
Go ahead, let's hear you. You have a minute.
The only thing I will tell you is thank you. Because if you're putting all on our car and you're telling all what some of all we don't know, we're getting to know it every day concerning our body. They say, those that voted for the old men before all this stuff. Where the old men live, I live around them before moving to my body. You could see that place, get a good stand. And that kind of place can be like that today, and that kind of man. You're not thinking about tomorrow. You're only there to start where you will labor and you and your children. What do you think you want to do? The night kind of young man to say, let me don't go, so tomorrow people can see it for me like being the job we are there. So I would tell her thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Sarah will let you go. I'll cut you off. You give me feedback, I cut you off. You think I come in and keep you on the line? You come in to come and give me feedback. Yeah, I'll cut you off. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for the topic of this question. This is Patrick S. Nimakone from Seaport Bridge. What you said, I give you 100 credit. But the only thing I will tell you, like people, we voted, you know, we voted, but men and women, they are two. They are one. Both people as well, two. They make one. So, once someone in your family, you are the same person that vote. So that was just that aspect. But the only thing I can tell you, do what you in the water to where we. They will not get baby. How they choose the images, every one of them with the children wow, like put it together the parents. Then you want to take on deck, you say, but that's for your thing. Just go to school. We all want to school. We have to go to our university and start to explain. Granted. But we all that went to school. We did school here and all. What is the impact? That's not thing to look at it. Look at small guy by pepper pay we get. Who would you get for us today? You guys, they can say this against the can they what is going between the 22 and the 18 and the people when they stop to all when they kill them, will you go and do celebration? No. When the past was taken, or if yeah, and yeah, they were the past president, we can't lay down the rest of the family, the Bereaved family.
Okay.
Saying that, okay, there's no problem. But why will he to the one? The one they can call because it's a Congo and what it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think you surpassed your time. Let's leave it there. We told you 1 minute. At least you went 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So that was a good bonus for you. So let's keep the calls coming in. Call and tell us what is on your mind. You can also speak to that. Those of you watching us, don't hesitate to drop your comments. We are here to read them out for you. So you can call us on 0776 104 104, 0886 500 104, 0770297016, the WhatsApp line, +231 886 500 104. Let me take this comment. Right. Augustine Gifler says, I'm watching. Good evening from Asa. I'm watching from Magnolia, Delaware, the United States. All right. So let's take you this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. How are you?
Hello, man.
Yeah. Hello, Mama. How are you?
My name is Mary Namwe.
Mary Namwe, welcome to the show. What place you calling from, Mary Namwe?
I'm calling from Wiala.
From Wiala. Welcome.
Yeah. Well, something I want to say about the double issue.
Mm-hmm.
Double went against Apata system. I mean, he gets fish.
Mm-hmm.
Free Nesema. Where would it work? And fire so red, what was eating the yes, I was red, what was the American red?
Mm-hmm.
So was a very reliant. We must play our own food, we must go back to the source to start to family. If we made our own money, they say what was you say to the faster, you made to the faster, you made 50 cents our own dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So all that thing there, that is 1974 December. He went to America. They put phone for multi-party system. You can check the record. He went he signed. Marco down with the propaganda minister at that time. 1974 December. When he came down when the regional then year 8 got there with so that I paid in trouble come from the put them bring Susuku, they bring Moja, they bring Progressive, all kinds of things. Between the 4 honor it I sit here so that I pay problem.
Okay. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. That's a good information from you. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name, sir?
Yeah, you didn't catch the dogs in the borough. I'm calling you from the borough.
All right, go ahead. Your name?
Yeah, I'm respectfully disagree with one of the panelists that stated that the progressive that was was a day after the coup had said the coup blood of the living in the start. But then when you're coming on in the evening, did you ever read about the Southtown War?
Yeah, I read about it.
You did not, but you were refused not to learn about that. There was a crisis in the Southtown.
And
the 5 chiefs were brought to town. Brandon Oil brought to Monrovia. Now what they created the what we call now the Salt Beach.
Do you know? Do you know?
Alive at Monrovia Salt Beach. They formed the overthrow of Sanders. The chief and header was before. chief elder gave their opinion and advice to the People Redemption Council. And that's what they implemented. That was advice was if you give them 5 days, they give you 10 days to get up back out of chair. So it's possible to get their input on. That was the order from the traditional elder. That was the truth that is please. That particular issue get back on to the grave today. Thank you for the time.
Anyway, I needed to question something, but you left the line. We were around. We also have some information relative to that. So let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Nighttime Spin. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, this is Ibrahim Kiabi calling from Grand Kema County to be precise, Lower Bridge, District 1 in Grand Kema County.
I learned somebody was drowned in that bridge. 120
They just took the labor olive yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, man. My deepest condolences to the people of Lofa Bridge.
Okay. The child from town the Lower Bridge got drowned.
Okay. Let's hear your contribution anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, my contribution here is our president is nothing for us. But actually, if you can look at the time President Joe that him say he know that he couldn't find nothing like dough, even a bone. Then he say he's going to be buried dough. He will even tell we the Liberian people that he's going to bury the Commonwealth lady. But not to say he's going to bury President Joe. And not President Joe he want to bury. He only want to black we the Liberians tell us that the money is falling from us, that what they came to him. But they are not doing well for us. Actually, since the public become president, we not see nothing good in Liberia. Actually. So he must not continue fooling us as the grandfather of this country. He is not even father, he is grandfather of this country. Then he's fooling all like this. Because a few handful of people just surround him to grow this country and take the resources of the country and place it in their pocket.
Thank you.
Now what they're doing to us?
Thank you.
Because they're not looking at our picture.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you're watching, just drop your comments. We'll read it out for you. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Are you coming over there?
I'm Wendell. I'm not Obel.
Coming home.
I'm fine. Thank you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I'm Emmanuel. Get back.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I want to let you know when there is that we'll always complain about government comes government for it means that it's our former president President George we are the same like complaint. The part about us, I would set example when myself as a young man just turning 13. We don't want to be liability on the government. We don't want for the government to be liability on us. What I'm trying to say, I'm working, but yet I have an agricultural farm and I have a farm that I'm doing. So how many of us thinking of doing it? Well, I want to work into the circle and it don't work that way. So if even say we have to change the present president and bring another person who will still complain. So the only best suggestion and advice I have for who the Liberian that will go back to the soil and not what Obama said. What you can do for your country is not what the country can do for you. So let us stop blaming government.
But you can lead us to that. Don't just say it, lead us.
You know, if government it is say what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. The context in which the president was speaking, the government responsibility is to create the avenue. All right, create the avenue. That's what I was saying. That's why they're saying the government should look, because we know everybody will not have, the government cannot incorporate, or the government cannot employ everybody. All right. So the government needs to strengthen the private sector. You know.
I agree 100%. Right?
So people will always blame government because government responsibility is to provide the basic social services.
This is right. It's just like I wrote back
high school at home with the bag before I began a Java rap. So I don't depend on the government job 100%, but we have the opportunity in our hands, and we just sit down and answer message without. Let's check at the very anti shop. You know how many unskillful men are there or men are no straight? Somebody has to be just supporter.
But it's not everybody that go, it's not some of the people that go to the attire shop. They do go to job. They have their job to do. So when I finish, so when I finish, hello. Let's interact a bit. So when I finish doing my work, I go sit down to the attire shop. Me, I'm working.
No.
All right, we'll find time. Let's find time to talk about it. No time. Let's give the others chance. I think you made a fine point, but something was just missing.
When that man need to lead us to the road we're talking about, he himself need to lead us there.
Exactly. Masisi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is Dr. Masisi.
Who say you Peter Namwe?
I said Dr. Masisi is Peter Namwe.
But who say you Peter Namwe? We all are Masisi. Welcome.
If I have to my brother Tony there, my study and the nation man. Yeah, whenever on my mind is that they see mommy's case. What's going on now in the country or on Facebook or moral death. It's not a moral and follow death to public relative. It's what happening now in people all who they carry up backward our membrane backward our heart. Everybody has is bleeding now. When I see on Facebook, mommy did to follow everything, everybody was silent, everybody forget about everything, but you can't back on Facebook now. So they keep it high story. To see 13 men on the pole were killed at Joe. We just taking a case to the two people, they message burying they give it a 50 barrel.
Who man you talking to? Who man are?
I talk about Jose Imam Bouake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're talking about
Imam Bouake.
Woman that go bury the woman something about you, but you want for it's a long story. So they on Facebook. Coming to the post you saw or map death. Because I'm gonna see all people there today. What happened today?
People bringing all the old thing and are happening. The Lutheran massacre, all the things. Yeah.
Yeah. People look at how they show up people say I saw them when they are fed. Too bad. I hold their eat. I saw it on Facebook. And I last the one was killing low. That boy, I met to it. Don't pull it. You couldn't die. And the kind of thing she wanted to happen, it happened today. On the same about when you wanted that, it happened. Because
Masisi, when you follow the trend of even in this country, from the 1983 raid in Nima County, the 1985 invasion, and when the PRC guys, they were there just to take over for a few time and turn the country to civilian rule. But it came certain times, Samuel Kayando started tasting power now. He started eliminating his own friends. He started killing his own friends.
His own friends. Because FIFA was good for him now.
Yeah.
Everybody around him. So I happy our little girl coming over. I tell you, I was 14 years at time. And they say he took over. People, the Kuipa took over. They say you are in Harlem.
Everybody know you.
Firing. I thought I was the civil house.
Everybody know you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. When they get in the country and they case about over there, they will only say about parallel things that happen at the capital of the store. They will not see us to the book. But the folk will get see us there. What's going on? What's going on? But I live with God. That's what I can say to her. If they usually can't lie up and say, okay, the egg was it. If she and her God. She's a female. If she went in her house, they show people image and feel that she's doing the right thing. That God be the people. We're looking at watching the case closely. We're watching it. The people get no case for you. They want to allow people force it and put them to preach it. That's what they're fighting for. Only for you catch the Indian country are in it. The people tell you get loud people, get die. With that, but then woman say, oh, she was facing with her to a buffalo to a husband as a lawyer. And the message all the couple he said I was just before see, I was just black. So you're free the very people. Well, my follow anything she knows about anything about today, tell her that she's free, she will go to send back off for people that yes they see, they find that place. There's no effort. Today she going free. And 4 men go to go every day going back and power. I will do all my boy, he will take charge, he will be the judge.
Thank
He
you.
will go to jail, God will just to go. Thank you. That's all my man.
Thank you very much, Mansisi, Dr. Mansisi, the Phoebe Yeke. Thank you for your contribution. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Nimna, good morning.
Morning.
This is Baba William. I joined my district 13 President to Village.
Go ahead, Boma. Let's hear you.
Let me say good morning to our Dr. Mansisi for the community. At least for the rescue mission she achieved for Dr. degree. Yeah, what's on my mind this morning is concerning about the release today from the information ministry, saying that no heavy duty truck will be allowed to apply our rural rules, from Kanto to Zweju, from Pikena to Greenville. So I think the government is creating another loophole of hardship for our people in the southeastern, because most of the people in the southeastern they get a supply through those heavy duty vehicles to be able to transport their goods and other things. But if the government is saying that no heavy duty vehicle will be allowed to go there, so what will become of it? They will only be carrying their goods and things, or let's say motorbike. So I think the president is creating another suffering for the Liberian people. I don't think the rescue is talking about they are going by it. They're trying to suffer the Liberian people. And whatsoever we saw, it is what we are about to reap now under this government. The job of burying when President said that they went to and they told his action is before reward. They use spending our country money to even send our children to school. Is that easy? And you say you need burying do where you found do balance from? Where were those bones? Where you took the bones from? Before you rebury, you got people, passing around with the home reburying. When you got other people that are massacred at the Lutheran church, at the beach, the 13 men at the beach, what will happen to them too? What will happen to those guys? So I think this government, for the 2 years, they come all way, bring memory back to the dark days. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Let's talk to you. Good morning. Oh, let me take this caller here. This person. Good morning. Fine. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I'm trying to bring attention to something that's happening in this town and that is going on in this city. Secretly. This boss nigga guy here. He's recruited a lot of men behind him. He's gonna pick up within the windshield and a chip behind him, no less than 10. You are talking to CDC people, the Georgia, the ESC, here in Georgia, into anything past anything before. And here Yakekoba is on it. It's not for nothing, he's on a mission. But they be very careful. Because one blood fire in this place, he can go to anyone where the whole peace process will be finished.
Thank you.
Group of men, they're not saying anything. We're going to bring you that project you were talking there with manpower behind. They're not saying anything. They're not saying anything. You want to know what Yakela all over there. They're not saying nothing about it now. You pass all the with manpower behind here, you put another rebel behind. They're not saying anything. But as soon as we split up in the tire now, you have to know how to say, hey, you can't let me go free.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. And some of the guys that were executed on the firing squad, James A. Pierre, Jones Tiwa, Clarence Parker, Siri Bright. I mean, the name,
Cecil Dennis,
Cesar Dennis, Joseph Chesin, E. Thompson, James A. Pierre. You just name it. I'm telling you.
One other guy from Nimba.
Yeah, man. Oh, But folks, we not taking any more calls. Let me just squeeze in this person. See this number been waiting too long. Let me squeeze this person in. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Oh, you typing on me because I was about to cut you off now. I was taking you as our last caller.
Sorry.
I'm getting feedback from your end. Oh, this dude is not ready. Let me take another person. All right, let me take this person. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. You are our last caller. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm from Maurice, calling from Johnson Street.
Let's hear you, Maurice. You're the last caller, so you have to be brief. Go ahead.
Mr. Wendell, this enforcement, the people say that he killed Doe, the preachers, he killed Doe and burying him and took him from under the grave and throwing in the water. So when he said that Joseph brother coming on saying that he want to rebury it, then he will rebury the 13 men that he killed from behind the barrel. If you have to go rebury it, then what can you rebury Prince Joseph to?
You want Prince Joseph to be reburied? Prince Joseph that was given a befitting burial.
Then you rebury Prince Joseph. Yes, but nigga, again, what on my mind is that what nigga said that he changed, then he coming on saying that he rescued soldier, then he get quarterback into a fight again, get a group of men behind him, money that to say in general. So he forgot about God basis and he on the rescue soldier for Unity Party.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your contribution. We're not taking any more calls, folks. Let's leave Liberia now and send controls back to Tunis, who is the head panelist in the United States. Tunis, let's hear from you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Reeves.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm glad that you're calling Mr. Reeves.
Almost out of time, but
That's the name that I have. I say I'm glad that you call me Mr. Reeves because that's my adopted name and it's gonna stay with me. My wife has a name now.
You don't have to keep saying adopted name. We know most of you guys took that name. You are not American, but please.
We adopted, yes. I was the name of the game. We did it for survival. People did it for survival. So
you are not citizen of Liberia. Me
no,
too. I will bring it.
We didn't want to create Liberia. Why you say you have over there? You say our Green Coast because you get plenty of pepper. But when we came, we say okay, we're gonna rename it. All this here it's not a country. So we didn't want to build a country. We got it for the Bassa people.
All right. Let's hear from you.
Anyway, many thanks to our callers. Look, I want for you guys to listen to the president carefully. He's not burying everybody. He said befitting burial for Doe and Turbot. That's what he said. So people talking about what's about the 250,000? What's about these other children? What's about the other people? Of course, a lot of people died, but the president vividly said befitting burial for people who served the country as presidents, especially, and he named those two presidents, Doe and Turbot. And that is exactly why they're doing what they're doing. What is the purpose? Of course, for political relevance. Anything that will resonate with the Liberian people, he will do that. And that's what he is doing to gain political relevance, because the Congo people or the American Liberians, of course, they are rooted. They are still connected with the Black caucuses of the United States government and what have you. Sometimes some of those people will come to do observation in a country. They have that. So by having this reconciliation, or letting the family people know that we're sorry for what happened, is to gain political relevance. They want in Grand Gide to gain political relevance. Nimba to gain political relevance. Even all other stuff that he's doing, and all of those things, because they want to empower the Unity Party, and all other political parties, opposition parties, can be irrelevant. And of course, we have seen majority of the other opposition party, including the Liberty Party, they are not as strong as it used to be. Even they went against the will of their political leader, the late Charles Walker Bronsky, and what have you. So again, Liberia is at a crucial place. We decided, majority of the people decided to put in Boakai, and we've been telling you that Boakai will not do anything better than what President Weah was doing, and people did not listen. Now we can recollect our effort, we can rethink, and continue to have a change in government when the appropriate time comes. But we need to express our concern to the government through what we are doing and what other people will choose to do. So thank you very much for listening to us and what have you. Of course, Tony's here. You got to prove to us that he's a typical Liberian. He's the grandson of a missionary from Tunisia.
If Tunisia is not Ali, are you there?
Oh, yeah, Ali? Yeah, I'm here. Thanks to all the callers. Yeah, thanks to the callers for taking their time to participate on the show. First of all, President Boakai working President Doe government. He saw everything that they did. President Boakai worked with Badan Sedi for 12 years. He listened to the Truth and Reconciliation when Prince Johnson talked about how Doe was cremated. He heard all of these things. And he know how they served our country when he was working with Doe, the way in which they ran our country. And you know the amount of people that reaching to some of all they want to come on radio since the reburial of Doe, the kind of condition, the state of mind they are in now. So yeah, as Solomon said, this is just a political game. By burying Doe, he will gain some political point from the country people, and by burying Tobo, he will gain some point from the Congo people. I see this as being dishonest to we the Liberian people. And also being deceptive, because you know how Doe ran our country, you know how he died and everything, and then to come you say you want to rebury him. That's another deception and hypocrisy to we the Liberian people. That's not good for President Doe, President Boakai. Rather, every day people say this is an old man of wisdom. What is the wisdom you apply in this kind of thing? You see, if you want to if you feel to yourself that reburying people is a sign of reconciliation, then try to just get some kind of monument for all the 250 lives that were lost. But this is just a political game President Boakai is playing. He's not thinking about governing the country. All his mind is on 2029. What can they do so that they will gain the attention of the people for 2029? This is nothing about reconciliation. It's all about politics. Look at the University of Liberia campus today. See how deplorable, see how disgusting that place is. You see? These are things you should be focusing on, things that will make impact on the lives of we the Liberian people, instead of misusing taxpayer money wastefully and uselessly. This is so sad for our country. This old man 42 years, people break up in having wisdom. We haven't seen the wisdom to be applied. But so far, so good. May God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you guys for staying with us till the end of the show. You guys are welcome to join us tomorrow morning for our throwback. If you know you are not born in the 70s, don't come. If you are born in the 80s, don't even come. Because some of you here, I don't know if you're born in the 80s.
Solomon, when we're talking about our throwback, I think it'll be making you to laugh.
Solomon come back with throwback.
I can relate to my story. My story is outside of Monrovia. You see?
Yeah, but we can, my man, who told you? I mean, we know that our areas out of Monrovia those days used to jam, you know.
The only person who was able to say something good about me, that Omen Sansayo. I talk about how beautiful those other areas, even lack of Alamco, and all those other places. Yeah. But you guys say, we're not talking about the village thing.
So when we say throwback, we talk about Monrovia.
Oh, well, that's what I'm laughing.
In the hinterland, what we want to do there? When we get there, you people used to be looking at us like we're from America.
Yeah, but that's why you guys spoil the culture.
But anyway,
we get a real throwback culture.
I think Yeah, thank you so much today. Those who call, those who follow us online, commenter, we appreciate your comment. And, it's always good to have this kind of conversation to bring our memory back from back in the days. And these are also remembering our loved ones who passed. It's a big sacrifice. They all are happy because sometimes we discuss them. But discussing them by scoring political point, that's on you. All I can say, we the Liberian, whatever Ome Boakai is doing today in the 6 years will give us the leverage to vote for him 2029. That is no if and but on it. If he's doing good job, whether he can go school political point in Maryland, in Cape Town, in this, whatever he's doing in these 6 years will make her to vote for him or not to vote for him. So let him do his best. We don't hate nobody. We all are human. Whatever position you're in, you fight for it to get there. And this is what we know. Whether George Weah is coming back to this leadership, it will be based on his record compared to the present record. So we are not stupid again. We have experienced a little bit of politics now. We know what happened in the 12 years before George Weah. We know what happened in George Weah years. We know what's happening now. So, we wish you good luck in your joining. And we pray that you do a better job in the last 4 years that left with you. These 4 years will make us to pull you back or not to pull you back. Again, we say thank you, and please follow us tomorrow morning by 11 o'clock. We'll be back here for the throwback. We'll have fun. We will drink coffee. We eat donuts. So join us. No matter where you are, we'll share those things with you. Again, this is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis coming to you live from Radio LRB, Liberia's #1 online radio station here on Staten Island, New York, with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital, with Wendell, myself, Solomon Reeves, and Aliyu Masale from Maryland, the two of us from New York here, Staten Island, and Wendell, who is the host himself, and our immediate boss. We say thank you, Wendell, and we know you're sleeping in the studio today. Be careful. And we wish your wife a speedy recovery. Tell us, greet her, and extend our regard to her, please.
Thank you. I will definitely do it.
And Wendell, sorry though, this is an appeal to you. Maybe we can do that to Joseph Boakai, our president from Grand Bassa County, by the name of, we used to call him SAB, S-A-B, which is Stephen A. Benson, or Stephen Allen Benson. They said he got drowned, and they buried him right by the riverside. So he didn't really get a state burial. So we want for the rescue government to give the second president of the Republic of Liberia. I think he was the second president.
We'll definitely have to elevate that composition.
His grave right by the river bank there. Back in the day, they say if you get drowned, they can't take you.
From the beach, they bury you right.
You see Chowo coming now. Reburial Chowo coming.
They say president. That's why I'm talking about President Stephen A. Benson from Grand Bassa County.
Yeah, Tunis.
Which one of the presidents is buried right there on that street on Camp Johnson Road?
Camp Johnson Road.
You want reburial?
Yeah, all of them. We got to take them from there.
Yeah, there's a grave right on Camp Johnson Road there. I don't know that which one of the president.
What about?
I think something Warner, right?
Yeah, one
Benny Warner. I mean, Dana B. Warner.
I think that Dana B. Warner.
About Gray here. I think they gotta bring. I think they gotta bring him over there for decent burial.
I mean, I see you. Yeah.
Not a president.
But he was interim president.
There's an interim on it. He was not elected president.
He still need befitting burial. He need befitting burial.
We'll discuss that with let your man go rest a little bit.
All right, guys, I gotta go to work.
Good night. I'll see you, man. Yeah, folks, that's all the time for the nighttime spin. Thank you. Enjoy some saxophone jazz music till 1:30.